Hello guys and welcome to another Epic Heroes live streams. For this one we'll be doing the usual, looking at the events and looking into planning of what actually can be done while playing in the game. So without any further ado, let's go directly into the events and the game itself with a little bit of gameplay across it. We for this week have the stargazing and plane badges. First, let's claim all the quests which I did previously. And after that, let's go to the chat. Let's ask for help. And then let's select one of the hero pieces to collect. Okay. After that, let's go into the stargazing event. Stargazing event is simply a place where you can actually get, well, sigil, the stigmata, the fantastic thing you actually add to your heroes so they can gain more power. Alright, so one of the new things that's coming to the game is Broken Blade. At the start of battle, damage dealt increases by 10%, and then if we move into the next one, there's more information. At the start of each battle, damage increases by 15%. Each action you take includes basic attack, any type of action. It will grant 1 stack of Broken Blade. At the start of the next round, all stacks are consumed, each increasing damage by 3% for 1 round. So for 4 rounds, each round you will get an increase of 10% of damage that you can deal, and at the start of each round you consume the stacks you've been collecting and you gain an increase for 1 round. Little bit written miserably, but let's just say it will increase your attack, the damage that you can deal, by 40% maximum for a number of turns, and then you would throw all of that at the enemy. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is actually start login, the star login, then go to the star weekly card and collect the 50 diamonds, then go back to the quests. The quests, we have pick up the 5th chest of the daily a couple of times, and then we have awakening heroes and challenging the arena a number of times. Okay, let's see how far is already done. Okay, let's go into the awakening an epic hero and let's do that to actually fulfill that quest. Okay, and then 1 hero consumes another hero, and after that we need another hero to consume another hero. That's 2, and now we need to actually get the legendary awakening scenario. So we've completed the legendary quest. Okay, and that's 1 legendary. Let's use the smart awakening again. Okay, next hero, let's see which one. Yeah, let's go with that. We can awaken Tess easier, and that would be another awakening to legendary. Let's go back to the stargazing room, and that would complete awakening to epic heroes and 2 legendary directly. So we got 40, which is very good. And we can also do challenge 5 times in the arena. We'll go to the daily arena, we'll do 1 refresh so we can speed up and get weaker opponents. And then let's actually do some battles with the skip functionality turned on so we can speed that up, and it takes us to the 90 million. Okay, him will require actually to change our lineup, change our heroes, do mixed things, so we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna refresh and go back to weaker players to save time. Okay, and then another one. Okay, let's see how much that will actually complete of the stargazing challenge, the arena. So that's 1, and we need 1 lost challenge, so we've completed the last 5 attempts. And again, we're met with the same dude, which I don't want to fight, so we'll just carry on with the passion. This will also help with the monthly quest for now. Okay, let's go back. And that will give us a total of 42. Now we can actually go to the stargazing room, go to all 3-star powerful stigmata. This will give us stigmata at 3 stars, this will give us at 4, and this will give us at 6. Let's start with the at 3. And that's the first 10. Let's do the second 10. And then the third. Okay, we got the 3-star broken blade selection card. Let's go into the next 10. And then just remains 2, 1, and 2. Okay, so that gave us 7 cards of the intermediate star card, and it follows a cycle of first you need to use the common star card, and then when you get intermediate star cards you will use them, and finally it will take you to the advanced star card. Reward preview, we have an acceptable drop rate, kinda, at least when it comes to the intermediate. The advanced is a little bit terrible. At least it has 5% there, which will be requiring a good chunk of luck. Okay, for now we have 7 of the intermediate. We kinda do need more before we carry on, more common star card, and to finish more of the quests required. Still the second day actually. Okay, so we're gonna hold on to the intermediate star card and the advanced star card for now. By the way, guys, in some part of the stream we will actually share and show the codes that you can easily redeem for the servers, the SA and EA. All you have to do is, after you look at the code, okay, take a screenshot, write the code by hand, use Google Translate app so you can copy the text, go into the game, click on redeem code, and redeem the codes that will be shown on the screen. The focus will be the SA server and the EA server, EA Sports, challenge everything. Anyway, the next event we currently have is the plain badge event. Did a little bit of damage in actually buying the, what was it called? Yeah, the surprise metal chest. Purchased it. That video is coming up later, so we'll be looking at that at a different time. Anyway, same direction of quests. The issue is a little bit limited, where you only have defeat Star Trek boss, pick up the 5th chest of daily quests, and pick up the 5th chest of daily quests, which is a mixture of the monthly and the daily quests. Anyway, the direction of course is to collect plain badges and then to exchange them for rewards. The rewards, as you can see, are on the left side. Okay, so we have an S Hero Relic custom card. We have 4 stars Universal Stigmata optional pack, and then we have 4 faction S plus hero selection card with these heroes available in that card. Okay, so I guess for this one it will be going to the selection of going after the S Hero Relic custom card. Probably that would be the thing I would do. And for now there's nothing we can do except wait until the new day and then carry on collecting badges. At the same time, we have Hero Reborn, Babyborn, which requires that you have Blood Phrasal. Blood Phrasal comes from destroying B rank common heroes. By destroying them, you can exchange for the elite heroes during the event. So we have Medusa, and we have King of Hell, Satan. Again, the point of destroying common heroes... okay, one sec. Why is the video image quality blurry on my cell phone? Well, it's supposed to be following a 1080, so maybe try to change the quality. Try to change the quality and tell me if it works. The quality of the video. That little looking gear on the top, yeah, and then go advance it and then change the quality. Okay. Ordinary heroes are the heroes you need to destroy. These ones, the ones that are looking like they came out of another game. What was that? His sword was playing Ares. Anyway, by destroying them you get the blood phrasal. Once you get the blood phrasal, you can actually use that to exchange. So what is gonna happen now? This is a common hero, Adams. No one used him, no one likes him. He gets automatically destroyed and gives us blood phrasal. Each hero is being destroyed equals 10 blood phrasal. Now if you go to the hero decomposition, this one, if you click this option and tick it, the hero composition will automatically destroy any B ranked heroes as soon as you get them. If it's not clicked, all the B ranked heroes will actually show here. So leave it clicked, and the B heroes, you're not gonna use them anyway. And voila, that will resolve how you can get blood phrasal. And going back to the plain badges, the direction for now is to actually wait until we collected enough plain badges and then exchange for the S Hero Relics custom card. Now when it comes to the thing everyone would love to get their hands on, which is the dark artifacts or the evil artifacts. Evil artifacts, we have a video on the channel, I'll link it later. Evil artifacts actually help you to do more damage, survive longer in battle, and actually, well, overall become better and stronger just by adding the evil artifacts. Different evil artifacts have different abilities and different powers they add to your heroes. Now, evil artifacts require 1500 plain badges. The event itself will never give you any amount closer to that. The event is pretty much telling you need to purchase by paying the money to actually get it. So plain badge purchases is expensive. Converted to your local currency, this is the Malaysian ringgit, you will be able to see a little bit expensive to actually get one. Second option is collecting the shards of the artifact selection chest. How do you collect it? You actually go to perk and then you need to hold the deluxe monthly card. The deluxe monthly card will give you 30 shards per month, okay, and you need 180. So pretty much it's similar to a duration of 6 months, something like that. Yo, hi Kai. So one of the things you can do is just be patient, and eventually you'll collect 180 after 6 months of holding it and paying money for it. Sneaky. And of course it's limited. This is not the full list of dark artifacts. Second option you have is going psycho crazy and buying red diamonds and collecting it over a long period of time, and then just directly purchasing the dark artifact by exchanging after you've already exchanged for enough of the plain badge. So we're looking at, if you're talking about 500 plain badges, 1000 red diamonds. Red diamonds can be purchased and stored forever for you to actually use them. Super chat, so he can improve hardware. How long you played the game or the account? We're coming up and finishing the second year. Another key point, there is going to be a video on one of the things you might have noticed in the game, or probably not. It's coming, it's already been recorded, just needs editing. The leading hero and popular lineup edition of what they added and how it looks, and if you click on view, voila, there's almost 600 diamonds, the blue ones, just waiting for you to actually enter here, and it gives you a beginning startup of what heroes will really benefit you in the game to collect early, while having a good illustration to explain what the heroes have a skill and an advice on a lineup. At the same time, it tells you where to obtain the heroes from. For instance, Storm Falcon can be obtained from the event called Storm Coming, or The Storm is Coming. It's an old event that will never happen again. And the Summon Tower and the Faction Store. Same scenario, Summon Tower, Faction Summon, or Faction Store. And yeah, you can actually look at the illustration, very cool, with the information leading heroes across the game. And yeah, it's very nice, very colorful, let's put it as that. So yeah, that video will be coming up and looking at, well, the new advice section, let's call it that, the leading hero, and also how to add lineups, popular lineups, and remove your popular lineups. It's very cool, the popular lineups, because you can steal other players' lineups. So I do enjoy that part. Here, look. Oh, I like this lineup. Like. And then you would go into battle, and then my favorites. Okay. And then you would search for that player's lineup that you just saved, and you would just click on apply, and automatically the hero will actually show. Here's something to showcase how that's done. We removed all our heroes, and then we're gonna just click on apply, and voila, look at that. The lineup he was using, or his favorite draft of being used in battle. So there is a way of stealing lineups by the heroes, pretty much. But you'll have to look actually at the portrait of the best draft for the hero, and then actually you can do it. Interesting. Anyway, moving on across from that. So we have the plain badges, we have the stargazing room, all is good and fantastic, like always in the game. And let's look at something even more, well, something. Anyway, for the advancement of X-War, where we are currently at, X-War 39 and 3925 currently. Look at those heroes, beautiful. We'll carry on trying to advance as we can, but for now I'm more focused on powering up. Let's collect that. Show me on your friend list. I'm 19 million power. Okay. We're searching for you. Oh, where are you at? Oh, there you are. Congratulations. Here, have a flower. Okay, we'll leave your account. Sorry, don't feel that we're invading your account. Here, let's invade someone else's account if we can find an active one. Haven't been playing or haven't been logging in. Okay, not good. Okay, this looks like a good account to invade. Have a flower. Let's look at the, well, treasure illustration, reincarnation treasure. Oh, someone should tell him or her to actually upgrade the chalice of blood. Doing well when it comes to the creation treasure. Very nice. Look at that. Fantastic. Anyway, let's go back to X-War. So direction, of course, is to advance in X-War, which we will try to attempt. Okay. It's a good account. It's okay. We'll try to advance in X-War. And actually, we recently made another advancement in Galaxy Wanted. We reached layer 936. So we kind of advanced a couple of layers in finishing them, which was good. Hard boy, the 900. Hey, good morning and good evening to you. Anyway, the current ranking that we're holding is ranking 17 at layer 935. We still have a long way to actually finish it. And if I remember correctly, the current layering we're looking at, layer 1200, has become the max currently. So we're playing at layer 936 currently. Ah, yes, 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 yes. You'll find him in many different places. It's okay. He's still attempted to do his best. Yep, X-War 43.5. Good for him. One of the good things that actually seeing the serial number helps in, if you're not aware, if you ever want to send a friend invite in the game for someone, you need their serial number actually. So that serial number gets you the opportunity, if they're showing on your same server, that you can just take a screenshot, write it, and send an invitation to them. And this is a good example of an evil artifact usage. Slice through the enemy by shooting them. So yeah, we're still stuck at that specific layer. We need to carry on actually increasing in overall power. We're at 103 million with a level of 465. Creation treasure and other treasures, we're looking at this has already been maxed out. The galaxy Chronos, we're still doing the annoying aspect which not a lot of players have done, which is maxing out the entire Chronos. We want to max it out so all of them are 60, all these treasure, and after the maxing out of the Chronos we can move into the sanctuary, also max it out in star level and the upgrading level, the enhancement level. After that we can finally begin to focus more on the creation treasure, which is gonna be very annoying. You're stuck at 38.16. Well, I love a good unstucking direction for X-War. I enjoy it. Even I play X-War based on my mood and my availability. I just don't do that much in X-War. I could have pushed and tried more to advance, but nah, for now I'm desiring to power up more. So 38.16, 38.16. We'll go to that and have a look, and we'll see what can be done. Before we do that directly, if anyone has any questions, something in the game, in pro, if anyone has any questions of something in the game, start thinking about it so we can actually look into it and get to it. Okay, I have to do the Union War also. Anyway, 38.16, and this is the beginning of when things actually in this level become difficult. So you're stuck on the normal heroes version. Okay, well, this is some players using different lineups, as you can see, and let's go into battle. Oh, probably these two are the ones that are making you stuck. You're lacking defense. Characters only have Thinker and Paladin. Okay, let's first remove all the heroes and formulate lineups specifically for them. If Tess or Aurora Blade is a problem for you, you can either use Lady Ivy. Okay, she attacks, she kills Lady Ivy, boom, they're twined, and then you have Tuku to take them out. Not sure. Hope for you the best. So Lady Ivy is one selection where you can go with a lineup like this, for instance. And let's see who else we can add. This is a lineup that actually can beat them. And we're also relying on a draft of 4, so we gain the 15% HP and attack. And then we're gonna add, if we're really weak in defense, the Restore Spaceship Ship of Thesos. It increases the armor help in recovering of some of the HP. We will not use an attack spaceship actually for this one. So this lineup can actually work. Another version would be, okay, we're not gonna use Lady Ivy. We will use Medusa. And then you said you have Thinker, so you can actually add Thinker and Afra to increase the armor. And yeah, something like this also can win. You can try it. The objective of this specific lineup is Medusa petrifies some of them, or the backliner, or one or two of them at least, something, and you might have to attempt it a couple of times. So there is that. Another direction would be to actually put Rockefeller and use his stunning ability whenever one of them attacks, so they're stunned, and during that we'll actually use also Space Monkey, and let's see who else. Yeah, Queen of Desert, and we need someone for more HP. Okay, Afra. Okay, the direction here is Rockefeller will stun them as they're attacking, Space Monkey will slow them down a little bit at least, Afra will help in increasing the armor and recovery of HP, Einstein will help in resurrecting any hero that gets killed, the Queen of Desert will help in wiping out whoever of them remains, Tuku will slash through them as they're stunned, and voila, that will actually beat them simply and easily. Okay, for the second one is again with the Biowolves. So you're gonna either have to select Medusa for the first one or Lady Ivy, and then the second one the opposite. So if Lady Ivy is in round 1, then you go Medusa round 2. If Medusa is in round 1, then you go Lady Ivy in round 2, and preferably Lady Ivy is in round 2. Second, I'm not sure what heroes you have, but let's assume for round number 1 you're gonna add Tuku, you're gonna add Einstein, or round number 2 instead of 1 for the Einstein you will go with Rockefeller, tick tick, and then yeah, let's assume you'll go for this hero selection for round 1. This is an assumption. Round number 2 you would go with a hero selection, for instance like this, and let's see, no, and then we'll put Afra. This will be our nice selection for round number 1, round number 2, and round number 3 it's going to be just the sword Zuzu, the one who slashes through us. For this one we would actually use Indira if possible, something like this, and this, and finally the last hero we will add will be Mecha Valkyrie. We're using Fong, or the panda, for his evasion ability pretty much, that's why he's in round number 1. Stormwalker, so she can damage all of them and increase the damage that Indira can do, and Mother of Swarm Sally, so she decreases their armor and leeches off their HP slowly one by one. Tuku, Indira, Fury God Slayer, and yeah, all of them actually, if you put one of them with extra support, all of them can actually win. All of them can actually win in the battle. Okay, let's just do a simple attempt and see what will happen. Remember, our direction is hopefully that Rockefeller stuns them at least. Okay, that's one. We took out Tess and we actually got stunned at the same time, which is interesting. Okay, that ultimate attack took out a good portion of them, and now we're using Houston so she can reduce their armor, and now they're stunned again. We're recovering some of the HP, and voila. So that would be round number 1. Round number 2, we're looking at the Biowolves and Jane, Lady Eyes, which will actually take us out. Okay, so since Lady Ivy got killed, both of them got twined, which is good, and at the same time we're using Nine-Tail Idols and Afra for HP recovery, and General of Rescue for attacking 3 heroes at the same time. And also, yeah, it ended too fast. And also we're using Cyber Ronin to increase the damage of our heroes. Next we're looking at Mega Valkyria, Fong, and the rest of the crew. Unfortunately they took him out, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. For this one we're really dependent on the Mother of Swarm, Sally, and Indira. As you can see, not the best result, but at least we're surviving long enough and taking them out. And voila, 3 stars. I'm working on the Space Monkey 9 relics. Yeah, he can actually make a difference because of what he gains when he has his 9 relics. Increases all allies' attack by 30% and speed by 30 points. That's a good one. The increase of attack by 30% and speed by 30 points actually can make a difference in the battle. Pretty much the other side will be slower, so you can actually attack faster, and your damage will be higher, so you can end them faster. Anyway, so that would be kind of what I would recommend for that specific stage. And at the same time, you can see the different lineups that people used in round number 1. Oh look, I'm there. Round number 2 and round number 3. Okay, so moving across, or actually away from that, we were actually here looking at the treasure illustration of how far we are at. Overall we have broken armor now, and we have a critical increase just by the treasure itself, an attack and an HP increase, and a force, an additional HP, and a fixed HP, and critical resistance increase. Pretty much actually upgrading the creation treasure out of all the treasure. It actually makes a difference in increasing the attack, the HP, and the attributes of your heroes. Critical. Thunder. So yeah, try to, at least if you don't have a lot of reincarnation treasure, to upgrade it. Is the panda good for defense? Yes, the panda is good for defense. Good question. We can actually go into the fantastic explanation of statuses when it comes to hero statuses, and also at the same time the fantastic direction of the force. And what was the opposite of the force? The force, there is something for the force and something against it. Anyway, we'll look at those attributes. It's okay, we will get back to that actually when it's time to show the codes on the screen, and we'll explain all the details. It's okay. So for now guys, what actually would you like to see in the game itself, or have questions to ask about across the game? Also, another thing I will tell you, eventually I'm working on a video for the reincarnation space, which will actually highlight very important and good stuff when it comes to where is the issue actually, and why we cannot cause high amounts of damage, and what should you at least try to do so you can change your ranking, increase it. That video will actually benefit me and benefit anyone who's trying to rank up in the reincarnation space. So what you're interested in to see in the game, or want to ask about. We will get back to the question related to the force. Oh, so close. Okay, let's do a quick dispatch, and let's go back to playing in X War until someone has a specific desire. Okay, so we are currently at X War 3925. Now let's just do the battle with the current lineup we added and see where the issue is. The last team does great damage. Yeah, that's one part of the scenarios that happen when it comes to the reincarnation space battles. It's not that the last team does great damage, there is more details actually of how they do it. It's not the hidden lineup, pretty much. That's not the main thing that's causing that. Okay. And we can see we got severely butchered. Hi Kai, welcome back. Okay, since we got severely butchered, we have a main issue of Anna, and it's time to add our lovely boy Lucas for the contract. The contract helps us and we do not get killed so fast and so easily. Okay, we made it to the lineup, the back lineup, and we took Anna, which is one of the biggest issues in that specific battle. I will explain it. Trust me, when it's time to show the codes. Okay, when it's time to show the codes. Hi Alex. When it's time to show the codes for everyone watching, we'll actually go into the different attributes. It's in the document written, don't worry. Okay, so here we have the Great Sage, and we have the 40 wave. Okay, we actually survived that. The 40 wave attacking is terrible. Stop doing that. Oh. Okay, almost there. Okay, nice. So now we're at round number 3. And round number 3, its main issue is Indira, the Queen of Desert, and also Zeus. Zeus will stun everyone probably, or kill them. Yep. Oh, Zeus is a stunning machine. He stuns everyone. Okay. So in the first battle, okay. Second one, okay. Third one, not okay. The third one of the main issues is the heroes are not strong enough. Garnish your treasure and tips forget to unlock it by today. Okay. For now, I'll give you one tip. Let's just look at the third battle and then circle back to the reincarnation treasure. Okay, so we lost in the second round because we changed the lineup of the third round, and it's gonna be even more suffering when it's 4 lineups. It's coming eventually. Okay, I want Baron. Everyone wants the Baron. That's why he's the Baron. Anyway, there's a reason why I'm leaving this leaving this specific stage for now, because it takes a good number of attempts and actually formulating better lineups in every single one of the 3 battles. Because as soon as you take one hero out or 2, you mess up the entire overall power of the 3 lineups. No, you said you dislike Baron. Maybe at a certain time, maybe, don't remember honestly, but the main point when it comes to the Baron, he can be useful as another DPS to slice through them. As you can see, he's currently heavily suffering. I'm not gonna work on him until he's awakened. I might try to collect the relics. She got finally to Immortal, which is good. And then at this stage, she needs the starting cycle of let's work on upgrading. Okay, 80. So the T1 needs to be taken to T2, and the exclusive needs to be upgraded, and a little fix of the Sigil or the Stigmata, and I will use a different one unlike what I usually will use, and collect the relics and cry as much as you can and as hard as you can for how long that will take, money-wise, time-wise. Okay, so back to the reincarnation treasure. The first tip, this is the first tip. If you do not know what you're doing and you have an impatience issue, just try to scroll down first in the reincarnation leaderboard. Okay, go down to the 100 player, right? Click on the video icon. After you click on the video icon, look at his lineups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 6 you cannot see it. Fantastic, great. Look at the heroes he's using in every battle, or across the battles pretty much, for more accuracy. Use the same battles. Click on quick setup, right? And it will add directly the same heroes he's using. Watch the battle also. How to get legendary treasure in early stage. Legendary treasure. What do you mean by legendary treasure? Which treasure? You mean the relics, or you mean the reincarnation treasure? Anyway, for this specific lineup, he's relying heavily on Indira, relying also on Forest Dancer and on the Panda Chef to actually evade some of the attacks or damage. And then, of course, 100% when they enter into the rage mode, the first one who's gonna take them out is going to be King of Hell, Satan. So, despite the good chunk of damage he did, he couldn't even survive 2-3 rounds because the mode itself is severely difficult in how strong they can get. Second one, 855. Okay, I'll tell you if you're talking about the reincarnation treasure. Third battle, he got 433. Okay. The fourth, something terrible. And the fifth, the amounts you see. By the way, you shouldn't really worry about the lineup has been hidden because it's above stupidity for a very simple reason. If you actually click on quick setup, it will also add the same heroes if you have them for lineup number 6. So just because you cannot see it here doesn't mean it doesn't get added. So that's kind of stupid, because if you just click on quick setup directly, okay, and go to your sixth lineup, you'll be able to see it anyway by clicking on quick setup. Monthly reward and waging on the right player in the legendary area. Okay. Rank list is cross server based. No. If you're talking about it includes all the players in one region, no. You actually can change the region, and different players are in different regions. It's not really cross because you will only, in the leadership board, will be related to the heroes in your same connected servers, whatever that's supposed to mean. So pretty much, if you go to the Reincarnation Palace, not all these players are connected. They are in different regions. See them? The extensive list, right? So no, you're not competing against every single player in the game in the ranking. You're competing only against your region. Region 1, Region 2, Region 3, and so on until Region 9. As you can see in Region 9, it's looking hot. See that? Wow. And that is T3 S plus ranked, all categories S plus for attributes. So no, you're not competing against everyone in the game, only your region. Okay. Getting legendary treasure, or actually the reincarnation treasure, I'll tell you that. You're happy, huh? Yeah, the T3 armor. Monthly reward and wage on the right. Okay. By the way, for the T3 direction they finally added, you can actually go to the limited time event. gameplay event, gear tomb, equipment pack. You can either buy it and bleed out the T3, or you can actually do the unlock all rewards and pay for that specific amount you see on the bottom and it will give you 150 T3 shards. So no, it's still not free, but at least you can purchase it in two different ways now. So you can go with the value deal, this one, or you can suck it up and go with the advanced quest, this one. So yeah, that's for the T3. Hi, thank you. Yeah, the monthly reward and reincarnation treasure. Okay, for the reincarnation treasure, it is a little bit simplified actually. All you need is one of them. If you're talking overall, right? Overall treasure. For creation directly, you'll need the creation method. So I'll give you a couple of tips on what you can do. So overall, if you're trying to build the Chronos, the Galaxy, the Sanctuary, the Creation, you need to collect the different stones, the Galaxy Metherol, Chronos, Sanctuary, and then the Creation, and finally the Chaos. After you've collected it, hold on to it. Don't automatically just throw it in the forge, okay? The forging itself, what can make a difference in it is the amounts that you're gonna forge one after the other. Yeah, the red ones is gonna be the creation more than anything. You're gonna need creation metherol and chaos metherol, these two. So instead of you just getting one and then putting it in the forge and then you get absolutely nothing, you need to bulk up, collect it, hoard it, and then add the three directly, three creation metherol, and when they're finished, add another three. That's actually how you speed up what you get. Second direction, you can open more forges. The more forges you have, the more you can actually forge at the same time. So the answer is you just need to hoard as much as you can from the metherol itself, the one you want, for instance the creation, and then just do it bulk, one after the other. Second thing, for the direction of getting the blessing treasure, you have to really focus on finishing the amount, okay, the 1000. So you might get lucky and actually get one of these treasures from the blessings treasure. That actually any player can do, and it is automatically done by you forging normally. Another thing you can do, which will require patience, if you go to the Chronos shop, okay, at the beginning of each month, the Transcendence Championship starts. In the Transcendence Championship, you get medals for actually betting on who's gonna win in the battle. Now what you can do is suck it up for a while, collect it, don't use it on the small things like the Sanctuary, the Chronos, and the Galaxy, and you're gonna be needing above 15k to exchange for one creation metherol. So what you can do is exchange for one, keep it for a while until you have at least 5 or 4 of it, and then shove it directly into the forge. And if you do this, eventually you'll get good stuff actually. Another thing, you can always just ignore everything I said, purchase it directly, and that will resolve the entire scenario. You can always also wait for the event related to the reincarnation, treasure forging, and the metherol, and that will actually help you in getting more metherol and collecting it. Another thing is actually upgrading your ranking or increasing your ranking in the reincarnation treasure itself. What and why does it matter? Because the higher your ranking, the more the rewards are actually better, and the more you will not be in pain and struggling. What actually ranking will make a difference in your case. Getting to the top 100 will give you creation metherol with each cycle, and then it will become more normal for you to upgrade your reincarnation treasure when it comes to the creation. So at least you need to get to the top 100. top 100 ranking, then the good stuff starts. The main issue for us, we're actually stuck here, either gold or diamond. We really don't finish up on the top 100 or top 95. That is why the strong become stronger and the weak just remain as they are, weaker. There is no adequate comparison between who's ranking up and who's ready in a higher ranking and getting more resources, while you're actually suffering to get all resources. See that the top 65, he's getting 1 creation, 1 chaos, 3 sanctuary, 2 and 30k to upgrade his reincarnation treasure. So what do we learn also from this? The higher your ranking is, the more you will actually gain the reincarnation meteor iron, which is what you use to upgrade your reincarnation treasure. Increase your ranking, gain more methanol, be patient and collect your methanol and forge it in a bulk direction. Keep up the creation methanol, don't forge one only, forge bulk style, and that should actually help you in speeding up your progress. Yep, some people, hi, good afternoon. Yeah, some people buy houses, some people top up in the game. The suffering has no limits. Anyway, there was a question related to the selection. This is, by the way, the Transcendence Championship, the current one we're having, where you can actually bet on the player who's going to win. As you can see, bet in direction by actually selecting who's gonna win, by making a prediction, and by doing that you gain the prediction metals. So this is the Transcendence Championship. Now moving away from that, when it comes to the Dominator Championship and the question of selection. Well, if you're going at selections, one of the best things you can do is actually look at the best drafts lineup. If you're gonna bet on a hero, the wager pretty much, a player, sorry, you look at the enemy or the player he's going up against. Let's just assume we're looking at this, KMC, okay? You can see his heroes, you can see his overall power, and let's see who is he going up against. The Eddie, pretty much. 513 in comparison to 396 million. I think just by looking at the overall power of the heroes and the level, you'll be able to tell. Second thing, you can look at the X-War, which one is more advanced, more stronger, and then you can open their heroes, take a sneak peek, look at what they're using, okay? And based on that, you can actually formulate an opinion on which player you will actually bet on. So we see here 560 level, 403, and in comparison, KMC 396, 574. Okay, X-War advancement 47.5, 47.2. Now the next thing you need to be very careful about is looking at their treasure for the reincarnation, because it actually makes them stronger regardless of the overall power. If it's very close, there can be an opportunity that the weaker one wins still. So looking at all these fantastic information, like your betting, is actually how you might choose. Yes, please drop a like, please. Which player spend more? Yeah. The player who spends more. I think I shared before the top spending player or the highest in overall power. I shared it before in the community section on WhatsApp. On YouTube. It's not 577. He's good. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. And the pit spear. Beautiful. The illustration is beautiful. So it's not 577. I think there was someone who's at 600, 700, something like that. Crazy, a crazy number. Anyway, if I can find them again, definitely I'll remind everyone of the suffering of how far the powering actually looks like, and there is no opportunity or chance that any one of us will beat him. Yeah. a new addition to the above the 800. This is Savage level 1000. See that number? 1121. Wow, look at that. He maxed out Darkness, maxed out her relics, where she can kill an entire team standalone. Yep, that's a new, that's something even I need to take a screenshot of it. That's a new high number. That's a new high number by Starboy. People are stuck at 700, 800 million overall power, and he's actually cracked the entire thing in surpassing everyone. Look at that. Pretty much what he did is upgrade every single hero, maximum exclusive, best gear, all the dark artifacts, all the relics, all the gems, all the upgrades. Pretty much he upgraded every single thing inside a hero that can be done. My god, my god. Buy everything, yeah. Are you looking at this? Yeah. Are you looking at those, that 62 million? My god. 62 million. He's not using, he's not using the T3, but 62 million? And this is at 16 million? Let's look at his reincarnation treasure. This is actually the first player I've seen him. First player I've seen him complete the entire creation treasure and upgrade it 5 stars almost. Yes, I see you're at 19 million. So critical, we can see finally a higher number. Critical at 10.8 for every single hero. Broken armor, damage immunity. The force, an additional fixed attack. Critical resistance. Faction bonus 180%. Force resistance 105.2. Let alone all the additional attributes that he gains of attack and HP. And things that are only active during the battle. What is that? It's an Aladdin, a divine lamp. All units gain critical resistance. Okay, now that's super cool. The creation treasure looks super cool, shiny. I would say he's surpassed every single person in the game, but unless we can find someone who tops him up. Yeah, and also I would love to see if he... No, I just want for once to see someone who's built Galaxy to the maximum. Why did he need to screw up his relics or not finish them? Yes, we'll look at his recs. I know you're always interested. Yes, you like recs, I know. But it was a rare opportunity to see a build-up Galaxy to the maximum since he's really pushing it. Okay, so for Rex he's using Vital and level 3, which is good. Relic-wise, he hasn't finished the boy, which is sad. Not all T1. Gem-wise, yeah. No T3, it's T2, it's T2. As you can see, that's T2. Yeah, he got the skin, yes, true. He is using the skin. Interestingly, he didn't give him any evil artifact, yes. Yes, true. So, Kenley is at 54. And the Tyrant's Hammer is maxed out, and he has another Tyrant's Hammer. He got the skin, he got the power. Let's look at the Fury Wave. Finally, he gave the right evil artifact to the Fury Wave. Nice. This specific artifact matches the Fury Wave because the damage he causes, specifically if he's using this shield, he regains HP. It turns 50% of the damage he causes into his HP. No, not to that degree. Good, nice. He maxed out the T1. Anyway, let's exit. I think he has more, actually. He has duplicate dark artifacts. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you want. I'm sure that's what you desire now for the bunny. Ah, that's the last additional artifact. The Baleful Axe. Makes sense. And the skin. Okay, standalone, the Great Sage at this level can take out almost any single hero in the entire game. And that wasn't enough for him, so he added Berserk. And that wasn't enough for him, he added the Dark Artifact maxed out. And probably, yep, he maxed out the relics. Gains a shield carrying 50% HP. Increase in attack, increase blah blah blah, and yeah, he made a monster pretty much. Julia is nothing in comparison to the monster he created here for the Great Sage. Yeah, if he just takes him to level 40, he will be unstoppable. So based on he didn't finish completely every single thing in the game, probably the bank account ran out at this stage. Wow. He actually can become more powerful than this. Here. Ah. Oh. No friend list. Powerful. Okay. Don't do this move. It's an annoying move getting messages from random players. Anyway, let's move away from the sadness. I always wager pick Starboy, and then they are great picks in my server. Yeah, makes sense. Look at this, just under the free. This is like 1% of, less than 1% of his overall power. Less than 1%, not even 1%. Well, as we can see, there are many happy things in the game, so we stick to our side of just work on the collection of shards, get the dark artifacts, the evil artifacts of what you can, build your creation treasure, be patient, because in reality they will only get stronger once he gets the T3. Yeah. So yeah, overall, I would really recommend you play the game for the direction of I want to play a game, maybe find it fun or something, because if you actually are here to compete in the game, you will be crushed. You 100% will be crushed with all the new additions of what makes players more stronger. And you're not going to be able to compete with the spending spree that happens in the game. Whether it's red diamonds, whether it's evil sadistic artifacts from plain badge. Yeah, you kind of need a salary, okay? A salary just for the game, and you have another salary to live on, something like that, because the expenses is massive if you actually want to compete. And if you're spending, there are players who are spending 10 times more than you. In the game, yes, the more you spend, yeah, the more you feel happy, which is why I actually spent some on the red diamonds, and that video will come out later after I edit it, and you can watch the misery after purchasing, what is it? Purchasing actually the surprise metal chests and getting the deluxe monthly card unlocked and burning red diamonds. Sad, right? Now only 6 remains. Yeah. Anyway, one thing I would advise you until I actually talk more about it, try to collect 4 cards from the Sage. Okay? Remember that event called Galaxy Temple? Yeah, collect 4 cards of the Sage. They will be very required and very useful for certain parts. Yeah, the Sage. For certain parts in the game. Because of how the Sage is used with which specific hero in which specific boss battle, yes, it can actually make a difference if you start early or are just beginning the game. Nice. Okay, take it. If you got 4 cards already, maximum star, take it, add them to Lucas. Okay, add it to Lucas. Okay, give Lucas okay, and then take him to time travel and go at level 25 and level 26. Okay, now you will 100% need to use the God Slayer. Okay, and time also, and you need to have both of them awakened, and both of them should be strong. You will also need the orb. Have all of that. Phantom. Yeah, I am currently using Phantom, but I actually might do a change on the sigil that I use. Something a little bit unique and different. By the way, one of the reasons why in the reincarnation treasure, the reincarnation battles or space, yeah, one of the reasons why we suck in making damage or doing damage, reincarnation space, just for accuracy, is because we're not using different sigil. We're not actually utilizing fully with different heroes. You know those loser heroes that you usually will not really use, the S-ranked heroes, the weak ones? Yeah, you're not giving them Berserk, you're not giving them Mirage, you're not giving them Inflame, so in the limited time they're in battle, they can actually do damage. So you can at least throw these cards, the red ones, the 4 stars, right, to them instead of the normal sigil. For instance, we have Medusa, right? Give her something different than these normal, actually, stigmata used. Let's say you're gonna use Satan. Give him Inflame, right? Yeah, stuff like actions like that, moves like that, where you're giving them extra sigil that can help them survive longer or do something, actually cause more damage. Yes, Satan is fantastic if you give him domination because it actually increases his maximum damage. Great, but what if you gave him something completely different? So the point that can actually maybe help a little with the damage is using sigil that actually has an attribute of what it can do. So we're looking at Sage, and we're looking at Berserk, and we're looking at Mirage and Inflame and Thorn. So imagine all your useless heroes that are in rounds across the reincarnation actually are using better sigil that can help them do more damage in the short period of time they have. By that I mean as much heroes as possible as you can, with a focus on building Indira and building 100% the Forest Dancer and Tuku and Lucas and the God Slayer and Kenley. If you focus on these heroes, your damage will actually increase. Yeah, one of the reasons why he's crippled and sitting there is because he needs his relics and he needs his exclusive being upgraded. Other than this, he's beyond the crippled. He's too slow. The main issue is he's too slow and he doesn't react continuously when one of the enemy is killed and keeps on attacking one by one. So you actually need to give him again 9 relics, whether you like to or not. You need to take his exclusive at least to level 30 so you can actually experience the damage boost. The damage cannot exceed 1125% of Infernal Lord's attack. So until level 30, you're not gonna see him shine. And then, of course, the usual awaken, give him the T2, build him up, give him the gems. Are they T1? T1 or not T1? It makes a difference. In any case, one of the things, of course, you can do when it comes to Satan, give him something, give him a gem, give him some type of artifact. And of course, his speed can make a difference. A cripple. Okay, I feel he's crippled in my case because he's not really prepared for battle and has everything ready. As you can see, he's crippled because he's still being awakened. She's exiting from being crippled partially because she's at immortal and needs just her awakened skill to be finished, and then finally she has been fully awakened. Who else? Yeah, he's crippled currently and suffering under severe conditions because I need to awaken him and then upgrade his exclusive, and I'm just gonna stick him with Holy Prayer for now, and of course figure out which sigil or stigmata he will be given. Yeah, he's actually an important hero when it comes to boss battles in time travel, Galaxy Wanted, and also during events. Especially against Galaxy, you will need him. So he's crippled currently. No, haven't actually got. Haven't started. Still will take time, but eventually we'll get there. On the positive side, only 2 relics remain for the Queen of Deserts. No, same, no. So yeah, there is still a long direction cycle of getting all the relics. Even Indira, as you can see, she lacks 2 relics and then taking it to T1. On the positive side, if you want something positive, here, we finished Storm Falcon's relics, all T1. Same scenario Tuco, same scenario the God Slayer, and the rest will actually take more time to achieve. Yeah, we did finish also his relics, the Fury Wave. No, actually, if you have the boots, then you can actually see her act like all those videos you see in X-War and other players. Abyssal boots is actually what can really make a difference for her. In terms of speed, 60 points increase, attack by 30%, and critical by 30%. Also at level 30, an increase in damage boost and healing and recovering of energy whenever you kill an enemy, and then you use again the Storm is Coming repetitively. So because of the Storm is Coming and her ability to actually increase her own damage, the boots actually are tremendous when it comes to her. If you wanted an assassin who will take out an entire group, yeah, it will be Storm Falcon. Aside from that, if you ever remember that looking skin, there's also this looking skin. Bet you didn't notice that, did you? That she got a new skin, right? Now, of course, she did sacrifice her hand, which I have no idea what's the point of doing that, but sure. At least she had fire here. Now she sacrificed her hand and became mecha version. Yeah. This one for access is the same price like always of the 200 plus direction. Same price. They function differently. This one is focused on broken armor. This one is focused on skill damage. She will benefit from both, but skill damage will probably be better if you're lacking skill damage. Okay, if we're looking at skill damage, that's the damage that this skill, the ultimate, causes, kinda. So, if it needs to be increased in your case, yeah, fantastic. If you need the broken armor, yeah, fantastic, but I would prefer you go with the skill damage, actually. And of course, it looks way cooler. It's very unique actually. Yep. That hand can appear when she eats nasilamak. She eats nasilamak, right? She's eating noodles. How is your DP today? Kai, would you like to answer that? Anyway, overall, try to play the game for having fun, because if you are not and you're trying to compete, you will suffer. Yeah. Anyway, if you haven't seen the event calendar before, balance descends, summon the new hero during the event is coming. Bet you didn't know that, now you know. Sure. I'll answer, but after Kai answers. So also you have the Galaxy Temple. Now, at least with this calendar, you can see the current events we're currently at, and when the new events are gonna start the next one, and the next one is Balance Descends. Now, aside from that, image is not balanced, it's from Chaos, but yep. Maybe it looks like balance. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe if we go and look at Chaos, where is she? Did she get removed or what? Wow. Chaos is no longer there. Interesting. So yeah, from the side this can look like balance, but it looks more like Chaos, which can be found still in the game, but they finally removed her, I guess, or him, from you being able to collect them. That's the exclusive dungeon, pretty much. So this is actually Collapse, not Chaos, sorry. Collapse. So yeah, he got removed finally from the portrait. That's something. Yeah, hi Zaid. Answer how. You answer how's dimensional battle going directly by... Yeah, it's going okay. It's not going okay. It sucks. Things are easy. Things are difficult. Okay, so we're getting bashed. We're at ranking level 3, 28. Overall, the more stronger you become... Yeah, they finally removed him. I got surprised. The more stronger you become, the more you can actually benefit your union. Let's try to clear up let's try to clear up A5. Okay. And then who actually stopped our team? If only we had more attacks. It is what it is. Let's look at how the roundup is doing. So the quest details, which is an addition for the dimensional battle, the Starship Assault, you just add your team in that thing, and once your entire union gains a specific amount of union points, automatically you will be given 5 random gem chests. Now for the actual scenario, we kinda are sucking at this current stage. We didn't do anything useful. We failed the first quest. The second one is gonna be finished after a couple of hours. We have 13 at A5. We're struggling to attack. And I guess what's happening now, everyone is trying to save their attack charge so they can attack and take it at the last minute, I guess. Okay. So, yeah. Not that much different. Just gonna be more struggling for players who aren't strong enough, I guess. Okay, we took out a little bit more. So now they're stuck with the first first group. Okay, let's see the defenders. Okay, let's do one more and then stop. I still think it's gonna be more difficult that all of them are gonna be taken out in A5, but yeah, we reduced them to 6 at least, and we're helping in maintaining that there is some heroes in B8. And yeah, we'll see if a number of our union members actually rise up to the challenge and attack A5. At least less heroes for them to battle against. Union buff. If you haven't noticed, by the way, there's new buffs, colorful ones. Miserable. And the same scenarios when it comes to the rewards and the limited quests, just an addition for the capture the A5, looking nicer at least in rewards, and the spaceship assault, and then finally we'll actually summon the Juggernaut later tomorrow. Yep, they finally removed Collapse. Falcon or Folklore, who's better here? Okay, both of them have potential for causing high bursts of damage, but if Storm Falcon is faster and stronger, she will be able to take out the Godslayer. Also, in round number 1, she has a shield that the Godslayer cannot actually destroy, so she will not be killed in round number 1 anyway, whether he wants to or not, or can or not. So yeah, Storm Falcon will actually, if she's really strong and built, she will always top up and destroy the Godslayer in a one-on-one battle if she takes him out in the first round. If she doesn't and her shields go down and he has his HP and does his ultimate, he will kill her directly. On the other side, Julia can actually strike through the shield of Storm Falcon. So yeah, they added a weakness for her anyway. Anyway guys, I think we're at the end of our stream and it's time to answer that question that we actually postponed, and then show the codes and end happily this stream with this. So we're looking at the different attributes, and almost every stream I try to show this so people will remember and they have the information again and again. You have the power, you have the HP, attack, armor, speed, critical resistance, critical damage, skill damage, holy damage, effective hit, effective resistance, hit, dodge, accuracy, block, broken armor, damage, immunity, and then you have the force and force resistance. Amazing, right? Will Collapse be meta like the hero Nox, where it is not as strong as imagined? The upcoming event is focused on balance. For some reason, I don't know why they added the image that looks like Collapse. Collapse was removed because his skill is too strong and he actually functions more like a boss. If actually... Okay, hold on a second. I'll try to show what actually he has as skill and details, because now they removed his portrait, so it's become more difficult. Happy they are. Yeah, it's gonna be more difficult to actually see his details, unlike before, because Collapse, specifically in the exclusive dungeon, not the same Collapse is in the first round and the second round and the third round. They interchange into different things of skill, and then you cannot click on their portrait, their image, because they're no longer there anyway, so no image, only the details related to what you have here. Anyway, Collapse can increase his damage, and he can actually consume his servants pretty much inside the battle itself. That's why he functions more like a boss. He actually summons all these heroes, Mr. Friday, that you see. Okay, so they're supposed to be protecting Collapse in the battle, and at the same time he can destroy them, pretty much consume them. Just a second, sorry, just a second. Weird, thought I saw a T3. Anyway, he can consume them, and when he consumes them, he actually increases his attack. Now, okay, we're getting back to that. So, just to summarize it, he's an area of attack hero, area of attack or area of damage. Pretty much he will attack your entire lineup. At the same time, he has servants where he uses them to actually increase his attack, and he can recover his HP, and is overpowered and insane in so many ways. So he was never open for players to collect in the first place. They removed his portrait because players complained and wanted to collect him. Never happened. His skill, he was available at some point, I believe. His skill is unpredictable, too much strong, and will give an unfair advantage to players. Voila. So let's remove his portrait. No player can have him anymore. Great, fantastic. Anyway, back to what we're talking about here when it comes to the force and force resistance. So the force pretty much increases on the basis of the damage you're causing. Oh wow. If, for instance, your hero is causing, let's assume 5 million in damage, and the force, the number you have, you can see there inside the game, is in my case it's 1920, something like this, then the final damage is in a multiplication direction of that 1% times the damage times the force resistant counter, and pretty much, just so you can get a simple version, it's increasing the damage your hero causes. Your heroes in battle, when they attack, they cause damage, right? That damage is increased by the force. That's simple. So what is it? It's a buff. It's an increase in damage by multiplication. And what actually decreases it, and this is why people focus on the force resistance, the force resistance is to reduce the amount of the force damage. So you have two things. You have the force and the force resistance. As I said, it's 20-ish something, so it's at 21.6. Okay, so when a hero causes damage, we're talking regardless where in the game, the damage is actually increased by the force. As you can see, as soon as Tuco attacks, she'll do some damage. That 2 million, that blue text you're seeing, 17 million, yeah, 14 million. Okay, the force will actually increase that number. Okay, at the same time, before that final increase happens, the force resistance will counter that number in decreasing the addition of the damage. And that's pretty much the force and the force resistance. Just consider it like an increase in attack or increase in damage, and that is the force, okay? And the force resistance is what counters it to lower that number, how much the damage is added. The good thing about it, the force and force resistance are fixed, okay? So when you increase them, you keep increasing them, you'll just keep using the same number pretty much. Any questions on that? Okay, fantastic. In any case, have a look at the overall attributes again, just so you remember. Power, your hero's rating, HP, health points, attack, that's what you do to damage the enemies, normal attack, armor, that actually reduces from the attack of the enemy. So you have armor and attack, they're stuck together. The speed, who will attack first and then second. Critical, once you land a critical hit on the enemy, the damage will increase based on the critical damage. So you have two numbers linked together again, critical and critical damage. Critical damage, after you land a critical, for instance, Tuco will cause more damage after she lands a critical. So you'll see that number keep fluctuating. Oh, 10 million, 7 million, 15 million. That's because she landed a critical, and that is an increase that happens because of the critical damage. Where can I increase the force? You increase the force by actually having more reincarnation treasure and upgrading it. If you go to the reincarnation treasure, yes, and it has been shared before, and sure, I can actually add it in the description section of the video later on the stream. Okay, if you click on any of the artifacts, see that awakened attribute force and force resistance. Okay, here it's not unlocked. Alright, so we understand one of the conditions of unlocking it when it comes to the creation is taking it to the maximum level of stars. So all this actually isn't unlocked when it comes to the force and force resistance. See that? It's all grayed out. So the main direction is taking the treasure to the 5 stars will give you more force and force resistance. Same scenario will apply here in the sanctuary. See that? Look, it's actually grayed out, so it's not unlocked. Now if you keep carrying on, you'll notice when it comes to the Chronos, no force and no force resistance, and the Galaxy, no force and no force resistance. So force and force resistance increase comes from the sanctuary and comes from the creation and comes from having the artifact at 5 stars. Other than this, there is no increase in force and force resistance. That is why you can see that the numbers are pretty much the same, 21.6, 21.6. So until we actually upgrade this, and this, same, we're actually missing a large portion of the force and the force resistance. One thing you'll notice when it comes to all those fantastic looking players, do you notice something? They focused on building the reincarnation treasure, or at least collecting it. So the force, as you can see, is at a higher number, and the same for the force resistance. What does it do? What does it help? What difference does it make? This is one of the reasons why they have a higher overall power and why they can cause more damage to other players, pretty much, from the force and the force resistance, and the increase that comes from the upgrade itself, the leveling and the star level. And as you can see, for instance, max attack 18k 120, current attack 120. So this actually will increase the attack by a good chunk. This will increase the HP, this will increase the HP, and so on. And the force comes as an additional bonus, including the HP, because you have a passive attribute and you have an awakened attribute. Thank you. Means it's very important to collect the secret treasure of stellar treasure. Many players take 3, 6, 9k points compared to 12k points. Okay, the stellar treasure is different than the reincarnation treasure. Stellar treasure is these fantastic looking chests where you just open them and get rewards. Metherol and the reincarnation space and the reincarnation treasure have nothing to do with the stellar treasure chests. No, it's not the same. It's unrelated still. If you're talking about away from the reincarnation, it's very important to collect the stellar treasure. Yeah, it's very important that you collect it and wait until the next cycle of the event, and hopefully if you skip one, you'll have more treasure chests build up for the next one. But yes, you need to start collecting them across the entire month, waiting for the new one, like this, waiting for the new month to start, and then the event for the stellar treasure. Started to work on it, treasure level now. Good job. Let's see if you can actually finish up the galaxy. See, beautiful. Finish up the Chronos, which is really annoying and time consuming because it requires too much of the reincarnation meteor iron. And after you've actually done both, and actually it's very rare I've seen a player who's finished the Chronos and finish the sanctuary, both. After you finish both, then you can finally focus on the creation or mix and match. But what's important is you need to focus your upgrades on a specific treasure. One, don't try to mix it across all of them because it really will take you a longer period of time. When you're trying to upgrade it, just try to go at let's say 5 5 and then 5 5, so 5 for this one, 5 for this one, 5 for this one, and just try to get at level 10 and then take them to level 20. Pretty much it's a balanced upgrade, pretty much, so they're close in level 20 20 21, something like what you can see, but I kind of messed it up in different parts. Also, I cannot get myself to upgrade this because its god heroes receive 1.8 reduction in damage, so I'll probably just take it to level 20 so it looks more coherent with the rest of the artifacts. Anyway guys, it's time to actually showcase the codes. I wish you the best of luck in using them. And yeah, that will kind of be the end of our stream with showcasing the codes. Gentlemen, it's time to copy paste the codes and actually gain something from participating in the stream, watching the game. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully one of you or a couple of you will get some summoning scrolls, some nice blue diamonds from the codes. Alright, I'll let you focus on the codes. And guys, before I silence myself, put the mute, and just leave you with the codes, do leave a like and a comment. Maybe subscribe. Maybe share the video. Maybe help with the channel. Maybe anything. Anyway, if you want to, that would be fantastic. If you don't, it's okay also, no problem. And I'll leave you the codes. And remember, this is the EA Sports Challenge Everything codes, and this is the SA server only. Do not mix and try to use the EA in the SA and vice versa. It's not gonna work. Right, gentlemen, best of luck, and yep, that will be the end of the stream. I'll just leave you the codes for a while and then just end the stream. Thank you, dude.